Okay? If I put pressure here, right, here we go. If I put pressure here, and the force attenuation goes that way, which way would the disc bulge go? That way. Okay? You all agree? The same for here. Put pressure here, going that way, which way will the disc bulge go? Potentially. Okay, there. Okay, now it's in the middle, it can do that either side. Okay, so your quadrant assessment is the same for the neck and for the lower back, basically. If I look down on left, and front left pocket, and follow down, front left, what am I checking here?
Front left.
So I'm moving front left, and what am I...
Pressure's going back, pain right.
Pain back and right. Why?
Because the bulge, that way.
You're compressing the disc in the front, instead of jam donut, you're pushing the gel out the back row. Okay, it's potentially what we're doing. There are other things that can cause pain, like ligamentous tissue in the back can get overstretched and hurt, but a facet lock in the back can hurt locally in the back as well. But if we're talking about true nerve root compression, you might get signals down the leg, referring down the leg. So again, NRI versus NRC. We could have symptoms that might go a little bit down the leg, but not the whole way down the leg. We could be thinking more irritation versus true compression. So you might have a disc that's sitting into the space a little bit, but not actually hitting the nerve. You see these reports coming back all the time where it's entering the thecal sac with no evidence of nerve root compression.
What's the main difference NRI and NRC?
So if the disc goes into the area, but it's not hitting the nerve, is it responsible specifically for the irritation to the nerve on your quadrant assessment? So what else goes in there to repair? So you said it earlier.
Yes.
Swelling.
Okay, yes.
So the swelling goes in to try and repair the disc bulge, which occupies space, which could be potentially responsible for the irritation, which can present on your quadrant assessment, the same as a disc bulge can, depending on the level of symptomology the person experiences. So the NRI versus NRC symptoms still stand. They might only get the pain radiated to their glute. How likely is it only goes as far as the glute that you have true compression in the nerve? Because if it was, it would be shooting all the way to the foot. So and there might be pins and needles running all the way down, but the pain might only run as far as the glute on that forward left compression. Okay, and the same goes for forward right. Okay, so what happens if we go back and right? Now bear in mind, you can do a slight traction test as well to see if the ligaments are injured there, so you can slightly go into the rib cage and lift up a little bit, and there could be a ligamentous injury in there. Okay, so we'll leave that one aside for a minute, but let's just say if we go back and right. Okay, so we could potentially be checking here, but it's unlikely because we know that the makeup of the disc is stronger at the front, so it's very unlikely to present anterior prolapse. This happened, car crashes, truck crashes, that kind of stuff. But if the person says they have pain on the right hand side, going back and right, what do we think about it? So facet lock, and what else we say? Was that what you said? Oh yeah, facet lock. Okay, so facet lock. Okay, whichever way it is, facet lock or facet irritation. Could just be locked, could just be irritated. Again, could swelling in the area occupying space as well causing something. And you can have similar symptoms doing this. Okay, what if the person had spondylitic changes, an osteopathy, any of those other bony changes that could happen in the area but a closed off space, and you go back and right, you're going to get similar symptoms. But what if they got it all the way down the leg when they were back here? So what you could have is an osteophyte pressing down, and that is going to put true compression on the nerve. So that could indicate an osteophyte sitting in the area as opposed to something soft. Okay? So and the facet could be locked open, and you mightn't get back on. You might be sharp pain directly in the back and no referred pain on the leg. So you have to add all the different symptoms to try and come up with some kind of a differential with your quadrant assessment. It's not straightforward. Because you're looking at the combination of symptoms, not just pain. Where's the pain? Where's it going to? How long does it last? That kind of stuff. Okay? So that's your quadrant assessment. Front, forward, back, right, back, left. That's it in a nutshell. But let's just say we have L5, S1 suspected. Okay? Doesn't really work further up the chain, but at the very base of the back, pain, and they don't relieve pain unless they're running down their leg, for argument's sake. Just mechanical pain in the lower back, left side. How would we figure out if it's the SI or the L5? So where does the force go through? When the force comes down your back, where does it go through? So down to L5, S1, and where does it go then? When you're standing on both feet.
So
out to the SIJ. So if you wanted to take the SI out of the equation on the left side, how would I stop weight going through it? same test. Take weight off the leg, take the SA out of compression, and you can tell it's the L5 or the non, or the SIJ on that side. So all you do is just deload it, take the weight off the leg, get them to hold on to something, and do the same quadrant assessment back left. If it's generally, if it's really, really painful when they're standing on it, it could be the SI, it could still be L5, but it's generally, could be the SI, no pain there at all. So it's more likely to be the SI when they lift the leg off with no pain. Okay? It's not an exact science, but it's a general test you can do to see if there's potential there. Then you're doing all your other tests that you, when you get trained to do, you can do your sacral spring test and your SIJ spring test and your stand and seated flexion test. What you might find, which we're going to do in a second, is your stand and seated flexion test. You might find dysfunction on that side from the stand and seated flexion test, and then you're tying that in with this, the leg up quadrant versus the standard quadrant test.